Oh, hey guys, what is up? So today we've got a short video to talk about and a sovereign citizen in court. So it's kind of up to you guys which one we watch first. Personally, I enjoy the short video that I found on someone else's channel from like months ago, but it's terrific. I'm going to go off on a rant during that video and I'm already prepared for that. Okay. 15 people here. That is solid. So let me know, short video or sovereign citizen in court. That one I will also probably rant about. Trying not to spill this on myself like I did 3 seconds before the live stream started. Let me see. I'm going to have to short first. All right, short first. Going to try not to screw this up today. All right. So we're going to live stream this, or not live stream it, full screen it. And I found this on the old TikTok. Well, this one's good, and it comes with an article, which I find hilarious. And I'll be in the corner as per usual. So this is going to be, I'll pull it up after this. So the article states that this is a King Scooper, whatever the hell that is. Apparently it's a subsidiary of Kroger. This is a security guard. Apparently he was an MP in the military. Now he's a security guard for this company, or was. And per their policy, I'll get further into their policy when I bring up the news article. According to their policy, they're not allowed to intervene or physically do anything to stop people from stealing, which I think is bullshit. If every employee wanted to stomp a thief out, I think that should be totally legal. And then if they happen to hurt their foot in the middle of stomping them out, they should be able to file a lawsuit against the criminal and basically take every cent they ever make for the rest of their lives. Anywho, we're going to start this video. It's only 47 seconds, and let's go. And no, I don't know how this works. I don't know what's about to pop up, so let me see if it's going to replay it. Replay it. There we go. Okay. So let's replay this. Oh, God. They're stealing all that in broad daylight. Yes, because the criminal justice system in certain states, not going to point any elbows at those states, but are severely lax on basically everything, which is, in my opinion, causing a extreme downfall of society in America. But notice what they're stealing again. I'm sorry, bro. If you were sorry, you wouldn't be doing it.
Oh, damn.
So that's the end of the video. We're going to stop sharing. I'm going to bring up the article because this is where the rant comes in. So this article is from Business Insider. I think I found another one from like the New York Post or something. And like I said, this angers the living shit out of me. So this Colorado grocery store security worker was fired after just simply filming 3 men stealing stealing $500 worth of detergent and fabric softener. In my head, and probably in everybody else's head, if a mom of some kids come in and steal a loaf of bread and some cheese, goddamn, you might buy it for her and say, have a good day. Hope your life turns around. But you stole $500 worth of detergent and fabric softener. The channel that I was watching when I saw this said like they're probably going to go to somewhere like Facebook Marketplace, sell it below market value, but still make a killing because they got it for free. And we're going to keep going. Yeah, fired from King Scooper's grocery store. If you ever have the chance to go to a King Scooper grocery store, fucking don't, because apparently they treat their employees like shit. He went viral and it got over 1.5 million views. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gregory. Like, if you... some people, I don't want to say politicians, but some politicians like AOC, that fucking walking brain dead idiot at this point, said something along the lines of, "Oh, they're just stealing to survive. They're just stealing to survive. Some like some bread, blah blah blah." That was a whole cart of something that isn't bread. Breaking into stores and stealing things that are clothes and not bread. That's not just getting by. Yeah, you might kick in on the bread, might buy some peanut butter, and you would try to help them because that's a worthy cause to help. 3 grown-ass men stealing laundry detergent is not a great cause to give to. The store's parent company is Kroger, so looks like I'm going to be shopping at the old Meijer from now on. Let's see here. I'm glad that they specifically said a Samsung Galaxy S22 phone. I'm looking for a few things here. The Chevy Trax comes into play, pretty large. Let's see here. You notice the license plate was covered with a piece of aluminum foil, which he gently plucked off, revealing the plate number. So he never got in their way. He never stopped them. He didn't touch any of them. In my opinion, he didn't even touch the car. He touched the tinfoil that was on the car. So he didn't even touch the car. I don't know why they said even Snoop Dogg saw this. It's crazy. The foil was the only thing I could snatch without losing my job. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher his name. His employer saw it differently. Oh, God, I can't read. Differently, however. Apparently, they have a policy against engaging or interfering with shoplifters, which we just saw the video. He did none of those things. When he showed up for his next shift, he was suspended and fired the following week. Him and a union rep sat down, and they recommended termination, so I got fired that day. That is absolutely disgusting. All I did was just record criminals and reveal them, he added, saying that he believes he did the right thing. I would never let any criminal conduct slide, especially when it's happening right in front of me. Let's see here. And because of this guy, and worthless union rep, 1,000%, some people praise the unions. As somebody who worked at a UAW shop, 97% of the time, they're literally defending a useless human being and keep them on the job. But when it happens to a good employee, those are the ones that get let go of. Those are the ones that get fired. Yeah, you got fired from GameStop because you decided to break up a fight and inserted yourself. Yeah, like heaven forbid you do the right thing. Let's see here. Yeah, so because of his footage and him turning it over to the county sheriff, the driver was identified. Oh, God. And he gave the worst excuse, the most frauditor excuse. The 2 accomplices, all he knew them by were Robert and Bugsy, who remain at large. The sheriff's statement said, blah, 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 told investigators that he borrowed the car from a friend before picking up Robert and Bugsy at a nearby light rail station, telling them that he had an opportunity for them to make some money. The statement estimates the value of stolen merchandise was $400 to $500. As someone who regularly buys laundry detergent and fabric softener, from what he had in the cart, it's probably more than that. Let's see here. Experts say household goods like detergent in this incident are, in fact, more targeted for theft than high-dollar luxury items like jewelry and handbags, often because such essentials are relatively unguarded and are easily sold for cash. 1,000%. Many retailers, like, I'm going to pronounce this goofy on purpose, Lululemon, because I can pronounce it like that, says they have a zero-tolerance policy for employees engaging with thieves in any way, including following the suspect out of the store, which I think is the absolute worst thing you could do to protect your business. But hey, who cares about profits? We put the safety of our team and our guests front and center. It's only merchandise. Calvin McDonald, who apparently is a dipshit, after firing 2 workers in Georgia, were fired for pursuing a trio of repeat shoplifters in a similar viral incident. The fact that anybody goes to these stores still is ridiculous. I believe in some places, Mrs. Kfar can back me up on this. I believe some places in Michigan are now locking up their detergent. And I know they're locking up their detergent, their baby formula, some of the stuff in the medical aisle. Jennifer, I saw that on, what is his name? Bobby Lee and the red-haired guy. God, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Let's see here. I hope this policy changes, the guy said. Oh, actually, hold on. His cousin, meanwhile, has launched a GoFundMe campaign to raise funds to cover old dude's lost earnings and help with legal fees and facilitate a planned move to Florida. They couldn't reach them for their comments. I hope the policy changes and gives the power back to the retail workers like myself. Now, I've seen a gajillion incidents like this where I'm drawing a blank on what state it was in. Literally, like the manager and two employees, a guy went to run out with this whole cart. They just grabbed him and pushed him and told him, don't come back. No one was hurt. No products were lost. That's how it should be. Again, if the store employees, if the customers decided they wanted to pummel these people and break their hand while pummeling them, I think they should be able to file a lawsuit against the criminal and receive every single cent that criminal will earn for the rest of his existence. But that's just me. I like to hold people accountable. Local Walmart has all beard products locked up, but not the refillable razors. Yeah, they've locked up hygiene products at CVS stores. Shit like this is the reason why we don't have nice things. Back in my day, they tackled thieves. 1,000%. It's just how many times do we need to see these viral videos of a mob of random people who are not hurting for food go into a store and out of nowhere, everybody just starts grabbing shit and leaves. Or going to a Nike shoe store and then 1, 2, 3, everybody just drops what they're doing, grabs a bunch of shoes and leaves. That's not bread. Again, at the beginning, if a mom wanted to try to steal some bread and got caught, shit, maybe you would just pretend you didn't see him and have him leave. This is not that. Nobody's starving to death because they don't have a new pair of Jordans. Sorry. Nobody's starving because they don't have Downy fabric softener. How much would a criminal make legally over a lifetime? That's where you get into the weeds, the legally over a lifetime. That's called shopping in San Francisco. Yeah, and it turns out they don't believe in toilets in San Francisco either. They just shit on the ground. I would look up the poo map, and the whole city's just brown. I worked at Costco for 15 years, and we had loss prevention that would chase thieves down on the road on foot and bring them back. It's back in the day, they had an entire, I don't want to call it an entire wing of like a store that their job was loss prevention, to prevent loss. It's right there in the name. And now it just steals. I'm already got steals on the brain. And now it seems like they're just, oh yes, you stole $15,000 from the store. Oh well. I had a friend steal formula. The store caught her. Once they heard her story, they gave her the formula and a job. That's what I'm talking about. That's a story where you understand and you try to work with the person and help them out if you can. But shit's crazy. Walmart is weird about it because Walmart has everything locked up, and then they're trying to do away with. They had all cashiers. Then they moved to self-checkout. And because people were stealing with self-checkout, now they're putting cameras in self-checkout and bringing back cashiers. And it's just like, I could have told you that shit was going to happen, but please spend millions and millions and $1 million on new self-checkout machines. Yeah, isn't it weird that criminals film themselves doing crimes with no repercussion, but someone films them and shames them and that person gets fired? Yes, 1,000%. As cerebral tackle, he used to do loss prevention. I don't get the reason for security if they can't secure anything. Yeah, like this guy. He's loss prevention, security, yada, yada. And all he did was film the people doing it so that they would get caught. Didn't interfere with them, didn't try to take the cart back, didn't try to physically fight them. Literally just went, man, this is weird, guys. It's laundry detergent. That's crazy. That's all he did. There's rumors of them trying to make self-checkout a subscription service at Walmart. It's like, or they could just pay some random person who needs a job $15 an hour and stand there all day and just go, oh, nice weather we're having, isn't it? Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, do you have water down there? Beep. Like it's really that easy. Yeah, I understand. It's, again, it boils down to people like this are the reasons why we don't have nice things. Could everyone in chat go through a self-checkout machine and everything be fine and everything be paid for? 1,000%. But then you run into frauditors and their supporters who are just massive criminals. They're the reasons why we don't have nice things. Yeah, but that's the thing. You're trading in, like, let's go 1 for 1. So 1 for 1, a cashier will make $15 an hour, yada, yada. I'm going to say yada, yada a lot. And one machine probably costs a few $100,000. And that's not including maintenance. That's not including all of the printers that they have to use that probably cost a few tens of thousands of dollars. I know each one has, at the place where I shop, each one has a scanner for it. Each one has a weight machine. We're not going to talk about Kfar's first baby boy diaper change. Yeah, I would much rather wait and just see a cashier. Not for the conversation, just to throw everything on there and not have to do anything. I can't wait for Star Trek replicators to be a thing. Agreed. Ed says, what is this store? I'm going there to steal lots of shit if there's no consequences. It would be King Scooper, which I've never fucking heard of. The new baby is going to be a boy. Well, it depends. Where I shop, I shop at Kroger. I'm going to break it to you guys. I didn't see this until after I got home. There's a gigantic Kroger by my store or by my house, and there's a very small Kroger. I shop at the small Kroger where there's like maybe 10 people in the entire store at one time. So if there's a cashier that's open, I will go there. If not, I'm self-checking out. But then again, I don't steal things like $500 worth of detergent. My dog food, I only buy them in the 50-pound bag, so it's hard to forget because my back reminds me that I had to lift it up and put it in the cart. All right, here. I think we're done with this. It's been 20 minutes of me ranting about criminals stealing shit. I might make a video about this. That's how angry this story makes me. I wish it actually had the link to his GoFundMe so I could figure out how much he made from this. Let me see. Is there a linky link? Okay, I'm going to click on it, but let me take it off screen because I don't trust the internet. Oh, that's interesting. It's still up. King Scooper's employee fired for recording criminals. Almost $40,000 of a $10,000 goal. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Yeah, he was a former MP. A former MP. Okay. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me that they decided to fire that guy. YouTube cyberbully, they resell it for a flat, yeah. Yeah, Ed, looks like you need to go get a job there and then record people stealing. That's what you need to do, and then get fired. That's where the money's at. So J-Car, I saw that video earlier and I was like, oh, I'll cover it tonight. And then Frauditor Troll covered like the entire thing, and I'm like, I'm not going to cover that tonight. Oh, for KFAR to pin? Oh, okay. Let me get on my phone and see if I can do that. Weapons, can you pin that? Can you pin comments? Or Greg? I can't pin things from my phone. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there you go. Honestly, I wish they would. I wish they would attempt to start a new TikTok trend to see how much fabric softener that they could drink or eat. I might because of the Chris Angle. It's just so. It just bothers me so much that frauditors are like, oh, you can't make up rules like that for the courthouse. And it's just like, I've done it via the Constitution and my state constitution that says the head judge can set a no phone or no recording policy all the way out to the parking lot if he has a good enough reason. So these people saying, oh, I can't run up in the courthouse and record whatever I want, that's unconstitutional. Wrong. Like, sorry, that's not wrong. Some great lines from the judges. Okay, cool. I'll have to watch that. I think I saw one where he went in and was bitching, and they're like, oh, I'll let James Freeman know. And it's like, James Freeman ain't going to change the law. Good luck with that. Judge said, you have the right to lie. You don't have the right to lie about me. That's solid. All right. This next one is going to be, it's labeled, Sovtard refuses to fingerprint $1,000 or $100,000 bond, which is a lot more than $1,000. Let's bring this up, and then I will tell you. Don't watch arrest to watch court. Okay, I might just jam them all into one massive video and call it a day for my like Friday video. Oh, maybe I should bring this up. I'm just staring at myself waiting for it to pop up. Oh, and did you guys see that? Yeah, I think that's where I saw it originally, but this one doesn't have any commentary, so I think this one's the good one for me to use. Yeah. What do you guys think? Let me talk about this for a hot second. What do you guys think of my community post where that frauditor supporter was like, oh, all anti-frauditors have criminal records and are felons or have multiple felonies. And it's just like, I don't. Like, sorry. Teresa Hartling. I'm on a roll 2 live streams 2 days in a row, and I made it in time. Not to toot your own horn. Welcome. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, weapons checked, and literally 4 seconds later came back with no felonies, no charges of any kind. Yeah, I had to break it to him. Yeah, I don't have any felonies, not even any misdemeanors. Sorry. Sorry if that pops your bubble. And this guy was, I almost said something extremely inappropriate. He was riding Long Island Audit's dick, and it's just like, you know, he's one, right? Like, come on. All right, let's learn from our mistake yesterday. Okay, the quality is 360, so I'm going to leave it where it is. All right, let's.
What's your name, sir?
Sean.
And I'm just going to let you guys know, not everyone in Michigan is a sovereign citizen or more, no matter how much YouTube court makes it seem like. Like, I live in Michigan, not a sovereign citizen, not a more, but here we are.
Your last name, sir?
Last name.
I'm sorry, are you Deshaun Thompson?
Just Sean.
You don't have a last name?
Ms. Roberts?
Your Honor, my understanding that we do have a Deshaun Thompson on the list today. that we interviewed somebody named Deshaun Thompson. And I guess at this time, I heard the court ask this gentleman if he's Deshaun Thompson, and he's indicated just Deshaun. So I would need an opportunity to go in a breakout room with this gentleman to get further clarity, please.
Okay.
If you want me
One
to,
moment.
Ms. Roberts, you can send me the sheet. I'll go in the breakout room so you can continue the docket.
Perfect. Thank you.
And gentlemen, we're going to try this again. What's your name, sir?
Ready?
Yes, sir. You, sir.
Sean.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, Mr.
Yes, I'm
Thompson
just-
wants to get a very large bond and not get released.
Just trying to figure out how could I be? I need the prosecution to bring forth. How could I be charged with not identifying myself with fingerprints? I didn't have a charge to even identify to begin with.
Yeah, Judge, so
What's
Mr.
the,
Thompson, Mr.
what's the
Thompson,
purpose of me identifying the fingerprint?
Mr. Reagan?
yes, I'm just saying, Mr. Thompson, Judge, does not want to give his full name. I know that we have a complaint here as John Thompson for refusal to fingerprint. He's refusing to fingerprint. That's why we are before this honorable court this morning.
Yes, that's
Okay.
against my constitutional right. Though. I don't have to do that. I don't have to enter into a contract. I don't have.
I'm just going to let you guys know from experience, 9 times out of 10, the reason they don't want a fingerprint is because they have warrants or open charges somewhere else. Shocker, I know.
Have a legal name. I don't have a legal name with the state. That's
Mr.
against
Reagan,
my constitutional right. All
right,
statutes
sir.
are not law.
We've heard you enough, sir. We've
Yeah,
heard you
Carl, I'll
enough.
get to that. I'll get to
Mr.
that.
Reagan, is
Yes,
it
sir.
That's
your,
according to the business constitution.
Judge, I've advised Mr. Thompson of his constitutional rights of the charges and maximum penalty. You know, I can just tell you, Judge, that the complaint I have is for Deshaun Thompson. You know, and I have you know, spoke with Deshaun. He is not, you know, giving me his last name.
This is what the judge should do. Oh, okay. You're not identifying. Oh, fuck. Failure to ID. Okay, cool. New charge. Thank you. J Car, I'm just gonna break it to everybody right now. Let me get big here for a second. I'm gonna break it to you guys now. I've seen 24 times, because this doesn't happen with a normal person. J Car, I'll get into it because I got some stories. So if only a few people I've ever seen not fingerprint. Basically, the judge, if you don't want to fingerprint, basically the judge says, okay, cool. Your charges are going nowhere until you fingerprint. You can't get out of jail until you fingerprint. People would come in for domestic, be like, I'm not fingerprinting you. It's like, well, we have your ID so we know who you are, but we have to get your fingerprints. And yeah, you're just not going anywhere. Like, get comfy. The judge will write it in there. You cannot leave. There will be no bond until you fingerprint. Do I have some stories about forcing people to fingerprint? Absolutely. Am I going to tell them right now? Maybe. My fingerprinting stories was on a little guy that was a frequent flyer. He was, I think I told you guys a story about he was walking around with a bat, breaking people's windows and shit, looking for his phone when it was like in his pocket. Yeah, he didn't want to fingerprint. Judge says you must fingerprint. So one officer grabbed his neck. I grabbed one hand, and my gigantic friend grabbed his other hand, and we shuffled one way, shuffled the other way, and that was it. He did not have a fun time.
I don't know. They have him in custody. All I can tell this court is that's where we are at this point, Your Honor. I can just tell you what we've done to this, where we are, and that's where we are, Your Honor.
all right, well, the court will proceed as if this is Mr. Thompson. It's unfortunate that he's taken the position that he's taken, but we'll do this anyway. So you've got some tickets, sir, where you missed some court dates. When you missed those dates, the judge issued an arrest warrant for you. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide one for you. You've got several matters, traffic matters.
Yeah, no joke. He was super hammered or on drugs. I don't remember which day because it was, again, a frequent flyer. He was walking around one of the not so nice areas in the city, breaking the windows of people's houses, cars, trying to hit people with a bat, looking for his phone, thinking somebody stole his phone. That bitch was in his pocket. Like, we've all been there, right?
Matters here, and they start with ticket P 1387200, charge of driver's license never required. P 1387498, open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a driver. And ticket 4328813, no operator's license on person, no insurance, misdemeanor, and unregistered motor vehicle. These are all misdemeanor charges. Maximum penalty you face on each is up to 93 days in jail and/or.
Yeah, so from what he just read off, never having an ID and driving, never having an ID or registration or insurance while driving, and alcohol and driving. Yeah, that's typical soft sit shit.
$500 fine. I'm going to set aside the arrest warrants, enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, and give you a personal bond. Your next court date is a pretrial July 15 in front of Judge Garrett here in 36th District Court. Your other matter with us today is case 24044903, State of Michigan versus Deshaun Santo Thompson, counsel.
Thanks, Magistrate. Good afternoon, Steve Benson for the people, Peace 71917.
Judge, I just want to point out that, this is a charge of refusal to fingerprint. There's no underlying charge. To talk about. So Judge Fulbright, on behalf of Thompson, waiting for you rights as to this particular case.
Thank you. Court will enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to bond, beginning with Mr. Vincent, please.
Thanks, Magistrate. We're going to be asking for $10,000 in cash. We're also going to be asking for a tether as well as house arrest. The charge here is failure to provide fingerprints. So the defendant right there, allegedly, Judge, didn't want to have his identity confirmed one way or another. And now, interestingly enough, we have a defendant who's being charged with his failure to provide his identity in front of you right now, not even wanting to give Your Honor or the court his legal name, which gives the people pause, makes the people concerned that this defendant may be trying to hide something. Now, as a direct result of that, we feel as though this defendant is a danger and that he does pose a danger for obvious reasons. If somebody doesn't want to reveal who he actually is, either.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if that's a V-neck shirt or if he stretched out a shirt putting that big ass head in there, but you never know. Also, Donald Sutherland hurt my brain when I looked this up today because I saw it on Facebook. And I'm like, Donald Sutherland, why does he look familiar? And then I typed in President Snow from the Hunger Games, and I typed in President SN, and then it auto-populated. And I'm like, yes, he must have passed today because everybody's Googling it the same way I did.
Legally or through fingerprints. Now, with all of that being said, Judge, based on the court rule, dangerous.
That's against my constitutional right. I don't have to give you guys fingerprints. Every statute is not a law. If it's contrary to the
literally, the definition of statute is a law passed by the legislature. So yes, every statute is a law by definition.
It's not a law. I can act with impunity.
Again,
So
Judge, more behavior that's making the giving the people pause. Now, in addition, I think he is trying to act as though he's a lawyer, understand the idea that statutes are not laws. It's very scary, and it really is. It makes him a danger to the community. And respectfully, Judge, we're going to be asking for that cash with monitoring.
And Judge, no assault has been committed. I do understand that there's a procedure for everything. Judge, I believe to the court. I'm not asking for any cash bond. I would ask for personal, Judge. I don't know how the court wishes to proceed in this matter. We obviously look to the court, Judge. It is what it
I'm over here looking for who the hell is talking, and it looks like his defense attorney, I want to say it was like Reagan or something, is off screen.
is, Judge. We're here. And, like I said, no assault has been committed. There's not even a charge outside of this refusal of fingerprint, Judge. So we obviously ask that he be released, Judge. With no charges pending. There's nothing he's been charged with, Judge. So that is our position, Judge.
And their officers were trying to investigate some type of assault case, which was why he was in DDC in the first place. And now we've got this refusal of fingerprint case, and we've got a performance before the court, which is, I think, quite telling. So here are the conditions of bond. You must be fingerprinted before release. There will be a GPS tether. You'll be on house arrest on that tether should you post bond. Court agrees with the people that without confirmation of this gentleman's identity, there could be other significant implications. For that reason, court will set bond $100,000 cash or surety.
$100,000 bond.
That's correct, sir.
Crazy. So now you're doing things out of spite.
I give you a bond redetermination.
You don't want to stick to the law.
Sir, now is not the time to talk.
Your oath to the Constitution?
All right. So we'll have a bond redetermination hearing in front of Judge McConico on Thursday, June 20th. The court being closed on Wednesday. Further date will be a pretrial on July 29 in front of Judge Bryant here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Thanks, man.
So if you guys heard that, he's going to be in front of Judge Bryant, which, yeah, weapons. Judge Bryant's going to love him. Yeah, I think by that point, he's going to break and finally ID. So the thing is they have an idea of who he is, but no actual confirmation via fingerprinting. I feel bad for any judge or any magistrate even within the 36th District Court because they get the who's who of yahoos. We've seen Judge Perkins gets them all the time lately, sovereign citizens. I know he saw that younger sovereign citizen. Oh, God. Old Squishy Gardner. Oh, God, I can't even, my brain won't process half of this. It's spreading through the Wayne County Jail like COVID, though most of them don't really know the script. Seems like one every day now. Yeah, it seems like one guy in there says something like some old head in Dickerson is probably like, never mind, not going to bring up Dickerson. But it's downtown, they probably have one old head who's been there for a long-ass time. Oh, say this, it'll work. But because they're so dumb, they're not realizing, oh, the guy who's been here the longest is telling me what to say and it'll work, which doesn't make sense. Hey, say this in court. Like maybe there's just an old head down there that just gets a kick out of watching these people fail. And they're like, say this. It'll work. And then like wink, wink, nod, nod, like over to his friend, like, I got another one. Old Richard became a member. Thank you. Oh, God. Yeah, there's something in the water downtown. There's got to be, because like Old Squishy Gardner said, it's almost every single day at this point. If you've never been fingerprinted, how do they figure out who they are? So to go along with your fingerprint is also all of the information that I put in the computer prior to processing. So like there's a computer, name, date of birth, where you live, your address, your phone number, maybe sometimes your social security number if you want to give it, shit like that. I'll do that. And then the next step from the computer is to go to we can just get him off the screen because the video's over. Yeah, you do the computer bit, and then where I worked, you would go to get your mugshot, which was just 10 feet towards the little board. Do that. Give it maybe 15 seconds because it was like an older system. And all of that would be transported to the fingerprinting machine. So all of your personal information is now linked to your fingerprints. So if you've never been fingerprinted before and you had all that stuff done, now you're in the system. So anywhere where they run your fingerprints, they'll get a picture of you, all of your information. And then if they, let's say you do something in one spot, move, get a new address to another spot, both of those addresses are now in the system linked to you. So like I said, there's been situations where we've had to look up addresses to get the residents of those addresses and find other addresses for that resident. It's a whole thing. It's the fumes from Windsor. I can see it. My guy Lucky Laptop News just did a video not too long ago. I obviously didn't show you guys. If you noticed a lot of frauditors, yeah, Ed, we made it big time. Old Squishy Gardeners here made it big time. Lurker one gifted 5 K-Farm memberships, and Old Squishy Gardener got one. Ah. What was I just talking about? Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Lucky Laptop News. So if you noticed, a lot of frauditors go and move to, they have their scanner, they listen, they go to crashes. Lucky Laptop News, it's going to sound like the most on-brand thing for Lucky Laptop News. A shitty SUV crashed into a Dollar General, and obviously Lucky Laptop News was Johnny on the spot with his the first recording of that, even though the older fire truck and like a police car were parked in front of it, so he couldn't even see anything. But he was there doing that. Obviously, I didn't show you guys because it was dumb and stupid and pointless. Michael Lloyd, what was the record of most addresses in one person? You'd have to put it in a perspective. Like, obviously, an older person is going to have more than like a younger person. Yeah, it was boring. Basically, he was standing on the curb or standing on the sidewalk doing the typical, wow, like, my brother's my father, wow, like that type shit. But yeah, I don't, I'm gonna give you a little background here. A lot of people that watch the content aren't necessarily hip to what goes on behind the scenes. Like, some frauditors, some sovereign citizens, well, not really sovereign citizens, frauditors for the most part, put out so much content that's like Glenn Serio content where he's doing something, but it's nothing like crazy. So it's like, I don't want to show this. And you guys know how I feel about like filler content. I've been trying to get away from just showing content just to show content. MagV5, I'm actually part of a few sovereign citizen groups on Facebook and a part of a few flat earther groups on Facebook, specifically just for content farming. But yeah, like, let's say a frauditor will put out 5 videos, 10 videos, maybe half of one will be like exciting content. Oh, I bet, Ed. Oh, man. Ugh. My caffeine crash. I chugged an energy drink at the store today, and I'm just, bleh. I thought of Lucky today. Big news in Virginia, no more child marriages. I didn't know there were still child marriages. Now you must be 18 full stop and not a family member. A family member can't vouch for you, or you can't marry a family member? Lucky Laptop News wants to know. Great example of what I was talking about. Maybe on the sovereign citizen side, not exactly the you can't marry a family member. Dang, Virginia needs to catch up in the times. All the Brunkles are just like, nah, can't marry my sister. Ugh. I bet you Accountability Angel is pissed. No more sister cousins in Virginia. But yeah, a little bit more on the. You're killing me, J-Car. A little bit more on the like content side. Like, I think Van Balian may have broke the guy, Jonathan Mazzilli. I've covered him. A few people have covered him. 99% of his videos are trash. Or Rebel Studio 1, 2, or 3, depending on the day. It's all the same guy sitting on his couch talking like this, angry at the kafar, and all that shit. 1 out of 20 videos are useful. The rest is just him sitting on his shitty couch or shitty chair trying to shit talk Twitter because the conspiracy theory he picked that day is not cool. Addie, I can't take the group, the Flat Earth group I'm a part of on Facebook, because they post something. Let's see here. I can tell you exactly what it was. Let me grab my phone. Unless you're a Targaryen, then marry whoever you damn well please. Okay. Oh, I got a notification that my own video came out earlier today. Okay. It was something so stupid from a few days ago. Yes, view previous notifications. Thank you, phone. That's almost like what I'm looking for. I don't think that guy said anything. That guy was arguing with me about the WNBA. I'm a big fan of Hot Dog Earth. Oh my god. Apparently, if you guys know Professor Dave, not Dr. Dave, the like actual scientist with a degree who basically debates flat earthers and makes them look dumb. He did a debate on someone's channel. Oh god, I'm drawing a blank on what the guy's name was. No, that's not it. It was like Whitsome or Whitsit, something with a W. And everybody's like, oh, he won. And it's like, that's not what I watched. Oh, God, where is it? Dang. That's depressing. Anywho, it was about birds. And I'm like, flat earthers also believe birds aren't real. So that's a terrible meme. Whitsit gets it? Yeah, that's what it was. We're in the same group. We have been in the same group. They post the same dumb post every day, and there's like 6 things that they post. 1000% think that they only are there to farm engagement. I believe I did watch that, Mag D5. Yeah, it's really that easy. If any of this nonsensical flat earth thing actually existed, I would have expected someone to show me a picture of the old ice wall. Ha! No way. Somebody just copyright struck one of my live streams on Facebook. Oh, God. I don't care enough. I'm just going to... I'll deal with that later. Alive for what? I don't know. I don't even know what live stream it was, if we're being honest. It's actually this live stream. Oh, God, that's hilarious. It had to be the short from earlier, which, yeah, copyright striking something that's 47 seconds long with me adding commentary seems a little bit illegal, to say the least. Somebody called Viral Hog, which I think is hilarious. Yes, it was the... because it contained 1 minute and 8 seconds of content they own out of a 53-minute live stream so far. That's hilarious to me. That's hilarious. Provide detailed explanation, at least 20 characters. Apparently, writing fair use isn't acceptable to them. God, that's so ridiculous. A viral hog will do that to you. I think if you file a knowingly false copyright strike, you should be thrown in jail or under the jail for eternity. Well, that's the thing, MagD5. None of these conspiracy theories attract the smartest of human beings. I've never looked at a sovereign citizen and went, damn, that guy's intelligent. Viral Hog's entire business model is to buy viral clips and make blanket copyright strikes, which I think is absolute garbage. Again, yes, under the jail, if you catch my drift. Well, guys, I'm about out of content to show. I have a few videos that I'm going to be showing tonight. Or not showing tonight, doing tonight. And that's it. Let's see here. Oh, yes, I have a very... Oh, God. Weapons, you send me things, and then we watch them, and then they turn into a huge thing. You killing me, Smalls. God. I also think I don't even know if I want to even talk about it. I just said not to stream it. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk about it real quick. Well, the who's who of like drama cock gobblers are in Team Skeptic's Discord server, just yakking it up, talking about their betters, and it's hilarious to me. Because it's like people who genuinely have no fucking idea about like how the world works, trying to like shame others who are more knowledgeable than them. It's hilarious. You got, looking like a crackhead Burns. You got that Odin guy who can't tell the difference between a synagogue and a Jewish school being the same thing, even though they share an address, but apparently to them it's different places. I see you're one of those that want to lock them up and throw away the room. If I could lock them up and shoot the room into space, I would do that. All right, yeah, let's hop off here real quick. I might be on tomorrow, depending on Mrs. Kfar. I might live stream tomorrow. I have talked to JJ about coming up on panel to discuss his ethics thing that happened Tuesday. He has agreed to come up, but seeing as how we both know Mrs. Kfar is about to pop, it might not happen until next week, maybe. But yeah, everybody have a good rest of your day. Avoid the drama people. They're literally useless sacks of shit. Don't be a sovereign citizen. Don't be a frauditor. Don't be a Moor. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.